Hello, and a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope today, hope you're feeling grand, and all is well in your world. Hello there, everybody. Today's vid, everybody, we are asking the question that has plagued mankind since the beginning of this morning. Possibly never. Anyway, either way, today we're asking the question of how close does the Tone City Golden Plexi pedal sound to an actual Plexi? Because, well, I love this pedal. This is literally one of my favourite pedals of all time and space and beyond space, the universe. It's literally just like, as soon as I heard this been demoed at Anderton's years ago, I just fell in love with it. And when I got mine, which is this one, I fell in love with it even more so. And I just think these are ridiculously awesome. But the question is, how close does this sound to a real Plexi? So, we have the Marshall Studio Plexi here. And basically what we're going to do today is we're going to do basically a two-tone comparison, if you will. So we're going to do like a dirty John Frusciante clean kind of tone. And then we're going to do basically a flat-out distortion tone. So we're going to run I'm going to run it on low mode because I don't want to die overly too much of volume poisoning. I'm going to wear earplugs because we're going to need it today. I also have Queenie here to help out with dialing in tones. But yeah, we're going to go for like a John Frusciante dirty clean tone with volume fairly low. It'll be below kind of like 10 o'clock-ish. And then we're going to do another mass distortion tone with the both volumes cranked to 10. We're going to use the white Strat. The Plexi pedal is going to go through the orange CR120's dirty channel, set clean. And obviously, there'll be no pedals in the chain for the actual Plexi. So, without further ado-doodles, let's go. So, it's going to be Plexi, John Frusciante Dirty Clean first, and then you'll hear the Golden Plexi Dirty Clean John Frusciante thing. And then it'll be Plexi on 10, and then Golden Plexi on 10. And that's how I thought running them through, I didn't see the point in running this through the Plexi. So, like I say, it's going to be using two different amps. Same cab, same mic position, SM57, right speaker on the Magic cab. And that's it, really. So, let's go, shall we? Yes. Okay, people, tube. There you go. That's the 4 sound examples between the Golden Plexi by Tone City and the Marshall Studio Vintage Plexi. I think very, 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 very close. To let you know the settings quickly. So, for the cleanish John Frusciante setting, I had the Marshall set. Presence was at 9 o'clock. Bass was at 1 o'clock. Middle and treble were on 0, so they're all turned the way down. Loudness 1 was at 10 o'clock, and loudness 2 was at 9 o'clock. And then when I did the flat-out distortion, mode, the the big kind of like Pearly King gain, I had presence all the way down on 0, bass all the way down on 0, middle and treble all the way on 0, and I had both volumes on 10. So basically, it wound up all the way to the teeth. The CR120, I had it slightly set differently for each sound, but not particularly. For the clean tone, I had the treble at 11 o'clock. The bass was on 0. I had that turned off. And the mids was at 2 o'clock. And I had the gain set at 2.5, well, about 9:30. And the volume all the way up on the thingy. And then when we went for the full-out distortion using the golden Plexi, I had the bass on 10. The treble was at 12 o'clock, and the mid was at the same place, and the gain was at the same place, volume was at the same place. So, let me know, people tube, in the comment section below, how close do you think the golden Plexi was to the real Plexi? Because to me, there wasn't much in it. They are obviously different, they're going to be different, nothing's ever going to be the same, but this did a hell of a job sounding really close to this thing, and it's substantially cheaper as well. I've got to say, I prefer the distortion on this to the Plexi wound all the way up to 10. I definitely preferred the distortion on this one. I found it a little bit smoother, a little bit more creamy, if that's the word. It just felt a bit warmer and a bit nicer to me than the Plexi here. Although the distortion out of this thing is heavenly. Clean tone, I was quite happy with either, to be honest with you. They both sounded immense to me. They really did, and they feel immense. One other thing I will mention, actually, people tube, as well, is I had to crank the CR120 to get the same kind of thing, because this thing was so loud. Even on that cleanish setting, with the volumes as low as they are, and in the low mode, which puts the sound pod to 5 watt, this thing is absolutely deafening, especially when you sat this close to it. I was wearing earplugs, for example, so people with a tube, always protect your ears when using loud amps. But I felt when me and Queenie, when we were listening back and kind of like tone matching, when we were running the CR120 kind of bedroom volume, if you will, it didn't quite have the power that the Plexi did. So we thought, well, let's turn up the orange to kind of the same volume as this thing, and does it do the same thing? And it did. So we eventually ran the master volume on the orange on 4, which is basically 11 o'clock. So that's definitely loud. And this was definitely loud. So, and that definitely brought it closer. When the amp was quieter, it still sounded great, but it just seemed to kind of lack... well, just volume more than anything. That's the only word I can really put it. It didn't lack in tone. The tone was still the same. It just didn't seem loud enough. Anyway. But just let you know, people tube, that was what was going on there. That's the EQ settings. People with a tube, let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Also, let me know which one you preferred and why in the comment section below. So was it the golden Plexi for clean and the Plexi for distortion, or other way around, or was it both? Or was it just the Plexi, or was it just the golden Plexi? Far too much use of the word Plexi in this video, I trust you'll agree. Anyway, this is going back on my gigging board. The Marshall Plexi is cooling down now. And yeah, I'll see you again for another vid, people tube. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope it's been somewhat informative in the best way. And it can be. And I will see you again very soon for another one. Have a great one. Goodbye now. Oh! If you like the videos I do here, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below, as well as links to my Bandcamp, where you can hear all sorts of different music I've done, and also there's a link to my Teespring merch store as well in the description box below. So either one of those things, all in the description box below. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening, and goodbye now.